Alright, level 2 of Tomb Raider Remastered. This is the City of Vilcabamba. This was the last refuge of the Incan Empire before it fell to the Spanish army. And this is the first time that I am playing it in the new remastered format, so let's get started. Oh. Wow, so they've added so much foliage in this level and it's all 3D object. It looks great. I love like how it feels sort of overgrown in a new way. A little water pool. Beautiful. And they've even changed this broken, like, something to feed animals with. Whoa, the bear. This all looks so great. Ah, beams of light coming in, really lovely. Gonna grab some items on the outside of the level before we head on in further. Some bats up there. Excellent. Alright, I'm gonna grab secrets 1 and 2 before we get on with the level proper. And I'm anxious to see how they've done those rooms because they were quite lovely in the original. So as I've said previously, there's a lovely kind of tessellation effect that makes it seem underwater. It is maybe a little cleaner than I would have liked for an underwater section. I think the Croft engine we played it in recently has the edge, or maybe even open Lara, but this still is a great effort. The switch for secret number 1, sneakily hidden here. So I'm gonna go do that now. Alright, let's go grab. The bubbles are improved, I will say that. They're no longer pixelated 2D images, they actually look pretty great. Okay, so they've added, I think, a hole in the ceiling here. I don't know if that was there in the original. It's obviously to explain why the room is illuminated. Interesting. Ah, some magnum ammo. Very nice. Now I did try between this video and the last, the modern controls, but I found them a little too tricky to get a hold of and to get as precise as these tank controls. Maybe it's just because I've been playing it one way since I've been 8 years old, but I found it really difficult to get into. So just for the sake of, you know, running through the game and showing it off, I'm gonna stick with what I know and what is comfortable. Alright, this switch will lead us to secret number 2. These sacks are now 3D objects, and it looks like there's almost like a rattan kind of woven look to that tile there. Very nice. These look really, really lovely. Skin there. First time I've seen it in 3D. Oh, I love the kind of the billowing of that vine. It's so lovely. It's just a nice little touch. Oh, this room looks great. The light pouring in there. Let's pop on through. I noticed that Lara also kind of zip locks to items that you can pick up off the floor, kind of like the way she does in, like, I would say, Tomb Raiders 4 and 5. So that's a nice welcome addition. It also makes me hope that maybe they will remaster Tomb Raider 4 and 5. Not that I'm a huge fan of 5, but I just think 4 is so important to completing Lara's arc for the next game in particular as well. This, like, pottery is, it's just so nice. They've actually rendered it in 3D. Oh, I'm so pleased. Got a thin golden idol there. And a silver key. And the shadow work is also a big improvement from a black dot on this floor. Love that they've even added wooden beams across the top of that roof structure. Just a little flourish. I think it's really lovely. And again, the dangling greenery. They've made something I already thought was perfect, and they've made it even better. Bats are still annoying, of course. But I love in Tomb Raider 1 that the combat is not the focus, and the enemies are not bullet sponges, so the exploration and the atmosphere stays the kind of primary or prevailing aspect of the game. With the silver key, we can actually get through this door. Love that the textures on the doors look kind of embossed I love that. That look, I noticed just then, that distance is different than the original. This is more akin to the kind of look we'd see in Tomb Raider 4 or Chronicles. But it's quite welcome. It's quite a close camera. Let's head further into this lost Incan city. Oof. Hate to do it, but it looks like I might need to use a medipack. Oh, and actually, did you guys see that? They actually animated 3D objects inside the medipack. Oh, it's the little details like that that make me think they've actually gone through and really tried to modernize this. This iconic vista has only been enhanced by that beautiful volumetric lighting over there. It's hard to tell, I'm sure, with YouTube's compression, but that's actually... those light beams are oscillating. Like, that's the kind of little details they've decided to add, and I think it just gives it a dynamic feel. This greenery is lovely. The iconic Tomb Raider 1 main theme is about to play by Nathan McCree. I'm just going to let it wash over us. We've got a new light source. Well, the shotgun shells, I've never seen them rendered that nicely. Even these textures have made it feel like a natural material. It's a big, big improvement. And you can also look while hanging onto a ledge. That's a good addition, yeah. Got a slightly trickier mirrored version of the room we were just in on this side. And that texture there, that orangey kind of texture, that's so impressive. It actually looks kind of like stonework and it looks a little embossed. I hope every single level has this kind of attention to detail and this much level of effort put into updating its textures, because I think, well, it'll just make us classic Tomb Raider fans incredibly happy. Those of you who have used the modern controls, let me know in the comments what you've thought of them. I found them a little tricky to get used to. I love this texture. It's so dilapidated. It's like peeling. It's got a real realistic feel to it. Alright, straight through the main part. You can see through this gate a lot more clear now, and it's actually got 3D modeling at the bottom there, I notice. Very nice. I think it's a combination of like these really lovely redone textures and also the 60 frames per second, which I don't think we've ever seen. It's just really smooth, and I think the presentation is quite good. This switch should help us get out of the level by removing one of the gates there, yes. There is a nasty bear roaming around downstairs. I think this time I'm gonna just chance it. Alright, we'll grab secret number 3 as well before we leave, the third and final secret of the level. Which is hidden just here, a little optical illusion. We've got some oozy clips. We're a ways away from automatic weaponry, but nice to start collecting from now. We'll pull this switch. That just stops the axes. That one's actually not necessary unless you'd like to go backwards. Just hop down from over here. Alright, we'll pop in that golden idol we found earlier. Alright, that's the end of the City of Vilcabamba. I am very excited to head to the next level, the Lost Valley, and you know exactly why, so let's head there now.